guys. You're probably gonna be surprised. 2 videos in
2 days.
like a month.
Oh, month. You don't normally do that, do you?
That's who I put up other than the one I put up. The one we made last time, made like 3 months ago.
Well,
But anyway.
we got a good one for you today.
It's gonna be the side effects of dipping. We made a video yesterday about dipping for beginners. And this is for those people and other people. This is the side effects of dipping. Once you practice local, we'll get started.
Should I leave this out?
Yeah, I can leave it out. Anyway, let's see, what's the first side effect we should bring up? Well, let's do the beginner side effects, what you're going to get when you first start. The main first side effect that you more than likely will get, but you may not. Before we do anything, this is what could happen. It won't necessarily happen.
Before we even talk about getting sick, we need to talk about the burn.
It's not really a side effect.
Kinda. Your gums burn. Side effect. That's the #1 thing that happens.
Depend on what dip you're dipping. Okay, first, we'll count that one, but the first side effect that'll happen with pretty much any dip you have, well, first you'll get a buzz.
But you'll get lightheaded, dizzy. Depending on how bad it is, you may or may not like it.
And so the second main side effect that more than likely will happen, especially if you haven't, a lot of these are mainly like if you haven't smoked or
Had any kind of nicotine at all.
Is dizziness and nausea, which I shouldn't have to explain what that is. The next side effect is you will get, I don't know the technical term, but it, like, if you're dipping a lot in one day, or if you leave your dip in for a long period of time, you'll get what's called gator dip, and that's basically this. The inner part of your lip gets kind of dry and tore up.
Kind of feels like gator skin a little bit.
It does go away either with a couple hours or like Outlaw and a couple of them other guy dippers say just get some water, put some salt in it and swish it.
Stringy spit. I don't know if you want to call that a side effect, but that'll happen. Which we covered yesterday. Another side effect is white patches you'll get on your lips or your gums. It's not too serious. It's
Oral leukoplakia.
oral leukoplakia. Not completely sure what it is.
That's what the white patches are. That's what it's
I don't know
called.
if it's like if it's dangerous or not. I had it once. It went away.
And it's actually more common in smokers than it is in dippers.
We learned that term from Outlaw. But another side effect.
These are, by the way, these are all like the beginner short-term side effects. We'll get into the long-term later in the video.
Another one, which you don't even have to be a beginner for this to happen. It can happen to anyone. Maybe on a full stomach you're dipping, maybe on a hot day you're dipping, maybe it's your first dip ever and you take too much. You'll get really sick and you'll throw up.
No, we've covered that pretty much. That's
No.
what nausea is. But yeah, like, because I had it happen, it was probably hot and humid, I don't really remember, but it was a hot day. I had a dip in, but it's weird, because usually with me, it's, if it's, I'll be fine while the dip's in, and I'll go take a dip out. So like, I'll take a swig of, like the last time I took a swig of water, and right after I took the swig of water, shit hit the fan.
What other like short-term side effects are there?
You could get either ulcers or canker sores on your tongue, which really all it is like when you first start dipping, you have all your taste buds, and all it really is your taste bud gets inflamed.
Oh, you can't even see me.
Short-term side effects. Sorry, we didn't make like a list, which we probably should have.
Yeah, we're unprepared. Whatever.
I mean, and this wasn't, and the sad part with this one is it really wasn't a spur of the moment.
We were gonna do it last night, but we just didn't.
Well, it took a little longer for the camera to charge, I thought.
Yeah.
And I had to upload the other video.
Another short-term side effect: heartburn.
That usually doesn't happen. It won't happen like right when you put the dip in. It'll happen, say like you leave your dip in
For
maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
and it doesn't always happen.
Usually say like if you've been eating, say, I don't know, if you eat like a lot of fried foods and if you're already kind of have an unhealthy diet to begin with. I have a half and half diet. Like I eat some healthy stuff for me, but not that much.
Yeah, we just had freaking Baconator today. That's really unhealthy.
It's a heart attack with bread.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
And let's see. Oh, and here's something. It could cause you.
Could cause spit.
What's on side effect that?
Oh no, that's supposed to happen.
No. This is somewhat of a short-term and long-term. It can cause you to want to. Dip can also cause, and this might not happen after your first or second or third dip. You might get addicted.
Might. If you do it enough, you will get addicted.
Yeah, but still, some people won't get addicted, right after the first dip.
Yeah.
It takes them a few dips. Like, I wasn't addicted to it.
Until just recently, your addiction's been getting bad.
Okay, now we're probably going to start getting into the long-term side effects, because there's probably more I'm trying to get. We're going to start getting into more of the long-term side effects, because honestly, there's probably more short-term side effects that I didn't think of.
Yeah. Biggest long-term side effect of any tobacco product ever, you guys all know, it's cancer.
Which that's actually, it's not very likely. From what I've heard from what people say, like the last, their doctors and that, they say you have like a better chance of winning the lottery than getting cancer from, well, shoot. All depends on your genetics though. If you have
a history of cancer in your family, you're probably more likely to get it than someone who doesn't.
Let's see. And it can eventually cause, gum disease, and it can eventually cause you to lose your teeth. It'll cause gum recession.
Which if bad enough will make your teeth fall out.
Eventually, yeah, because if you don't know how, if you've never paid attention to health class or never had a health class, then because some of you out there that are probably dipping haven't had a health class yet. So, which basically is your gums support your tooth, and if it recedes far enough, there's nothing to support your tooth anymore, so it falls out. That usually, you have more of a chance of doing that, like if you dip on the same side
Every time.
every time. Another side effect, you can lose your ability to, not completely, it won't go away completely, but you can lose your ability to smell and your ability to taste. Like I said, it won't go away completely, but because eventually, and I don't know if it'll happen with me because I don't usually put the dip on my tongue when I put it in. I don't pull my lip out, but I'll push my lip down. Then I'll set it directly in my lip. But from what I hear from people, is it'll eventually, your taste buds will go away.
Yeah, it'll kill the nerves in your taste buds and you can't taste.
Like I said, you'll still be able to taste food. It won't be like that.
But it'll
Taste different than what it did before you started dipping. 'Cause I think that even happens, if I'm not mistaken, with smokers.
Mm-hmm. It's not because of the tobacco in general, it's because of all the chemicals they put in it.
And dip can also cause, and I don't know so much with cigarettes, but I know dip can cause, depending on what flavor you use, it can cause bad breath.
Oh yeah.
Cause bad breath. You can. Now this next side effect, and that side effect there, it doesn't even have to be with dip. It can be with just anything. Can cause high blood pressure, because if you don't know, your dip has additives in it, and salt's one of the additives. Now salt doesn't completely cause high blood pressure,
It's just a factor.
it contributes to it.
High blood pressure is a mainly genetic thing. It also involves your diet. If you don't eat healthy, you
And
can
if
get
you're
high blood
overweight
pressure.
or whatever, you can get high blood pressure. I don't know if I don't think it can. I know smoking can cause like heart disease and all that other stuff. I don't know if dip can or not.
No, because, well, I mean it can, because all that nicotine's entering your bloodstream, and that's how you get the buzz. Just quick thing, it enters your bloodstream because your salivary glands open and it allows it to go in. It doesn't cut your gums or anything, or your lips. It enters your bloodstream through your salivary glands. So anyone that tries to tell you like, oh, there's fiberglass in your dip or whatever.
Now there is one thing that they say, because like if any of you guys, and I kind of believe this, just because it was on one of the cans, because I've seen, like if you guys, you know how like what am I talking about? But like, if you guys that are in like foreign countries and say like, you know how your cigarettes have like the tar and nicotine levels. Some dip, I don't know if it's all dip, but some dip does have lead in it. I think that's probably from like the pesticides and stuff they use, but because a lot of the side effects you get from dip aren't from the tobacco itself. It's from the pesticides and stuff that the tobacco farms use. I don't know why I did this.
I don't know.
And it can also cause your teeth to turn yellow, which so can regular foods. And it can cause cavities. Because the biggest thing you gotta do is, if you're gonna dip, like I said, I don't recommend anybody to start.
Make sure you're brushing your teeth very well. You're flossing.
You gotta make
Using
sure
mouthwash.
you gotta take care of your mouth to support the habit. And actually, you have more. You would think you'd have more damage with dip because you constantly have something in your mouth, but you'd have actually more damage to your mouth with cigarettes than you do
This stuff.
with dip, because what is it, like 4,000 chemicals in a cigarette?
7,000 chemicals in a cigarette.
Well, that's all. Yeah, it's 7,000, but that's once you light the cigarette. I think there's not that many chemicals in the cigarette itself. It's just the chemical combinations that are created once the cigarette is lit.
It also has to do with the butane in the lighter. That contributes to a lot of the chemicals too. Because if you guys don't know, the fluid in your lighter is not normal lighter fluid. It's butane, stuff they use in Bunsen burners and stuff. It's not normal lighter fluid. It's more flammable.
So, we'll put it this way. Your best bet, if you're gonna smoke, which I don't recommend anybody do that either. I've done it a couple times. I don't like it. I only usually do that if I can't get dip.
But use matches.
Yeah, that's what. Use patches, matches, and then. Wow, this really kind of changed subjects, but anywho, let's see. And then another long-term side effect from dip is it could actually cause your jaw to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Shrivel up.
Yeah, it can cause permanent muscle contractions in your jaw. Like, it'll contract it, and then it won't go back. That's very, 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 very rare and uncommon.
And the worst thing you could probably get from dip, other than the cancer, is they can, if they have to, I think they can take this part of your jaw if they have to. And I don't get the whole thing of where they say it can screw your throat up. I don't get that.
If you swallow it, it can cause ulcers in your stomach and in your throat if you swallow spit. Don't ever do that, because that is another way you will throw up. Me, I can gut it if I have to, but I choose not to because, you know, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it burns the hell out of your throat. And then you can get, and then naturally, like, we covered gum disease, did we not? Covered mouth cancer, right?
Yep.
We covered the addiction. Any other long-term side effects from
it? Switching topics real quick to the warning labels. One of the warning labels on dip cans is not completely true. They say it's not a safe alternative to cigarettes. In a way, it's true, because it still can mess your body up, but it's
a safer alternative than cigarettes.
because you have less chance of getting cancer from dip than you do cigarettes.
And we're not making this video to tell you, we're not making this video to tell you, oh, go out and do dip. Dip's the greatest thing ever.
Because it really isn't. It's a bad choice that we decided to do, but we chose to do it, and we gotta live with it. Are we gonna quit? Probably not.
I mean, not anytime soon. We may, well, I may, as if I get older and that. Here's a quick little story on it. it got to the point where it was just he wasn't gonna. When in Copenhagen itself, or I think he dipped Copenhagen snuff on a regular basis.
And that hit $3 at one point, or like $3.50, wasn't it?
It was either $3 when it hit $3.50, one of the two. Or it might have been even when it hit $2 something. He was just like, I'm not gonna pay, $2 and some, or between $2 and $3.50 for a can, so he just quit.
Yeah, your safest bet is to not do it at all. Don't do it. Don't try to act cool for your friends and smoke or chew. Also, switching topics again, don't do drugs at all. Drugs
Stay
are
away
not
from weed. Stay away from.
I'm not telling you to go smoke weed, but it has a lot of medicinal purposes.
That's different. If you get a prescription for it, if it's legal for medicinal use, and you get a prescription for it. You get what I mean. Like if they put it for like medicinal use, I'm all for it that way. But I mean, just doing it how most people do it now.
Just to get high. I mean, don't do it. Like, even if it's not illegal medicinally and you use it, like, say you have insomnia, it will help you sleep because it makes you tired. Depending on if it's a sativa, or I can't remember the other one. If any guys out there watching this are potheads, and there's a sativa and I can't remember the other one, but there's an upper and a downer. The sativa, I believe, is the downer, and it mellows you out, it calms you down, and it makes you tired. And it's good for insomniacs. It helps you sleep. But basically, don't do tobacco, don't do drugs, don't drink. Drinking on special occasions.
In moderation.
In moderation and on special occasions is okay. Don't go get yourself hammered or blackout drunk every night. You'll destroy your liver, you'll get dependent on it. And in some cases,
it can just kill you.
Yeah. You can kill your liver, the withdrawal from alcohol can kill you.
Now with this, I don't think the withdrawal will kill you. It'll make you go nuts.
Oh yeah, you'll get the jitters, you'll get a bad headache, you'll get angry at everyone and everything. That's why it's best you don't do it.
Especially when you get into tight spots like I was in for a while where I couldn't get it. I was kind of lucky, and I'm not proud of it, but I was kind of lucky that my parents smoked, so every once in a while, this wasn't just every time I felt like I needed it. It had to be where it was like, I just can't take this anymore. Or if I don't want to run the risk of taking one of their cigarettes, I'd go take a beer, but it wasn't like taking a bunch. With me, drinking one beer would give me enough of a my best recommendation for you, if you want to see what nicotine will do, buy yourself a nicotine gum. If you want to just see what nicotine's like, I don't know how well it works. I've never used nicotine gum.
They make gum with nicotine in it?
The stuff. You never heard of the gum that people use when they try to quit smoking?
Oh. I didn't know that had nicotine in it.
How else you think they... It's another way you can get your nicotine. I don't know how much it has in it.
Probably not a whole lot if it helps you quit. Probably low doses of it. Just enough to slowly wean yourself off of it. I actually never knew that there was nicotine in it until just now.
That's my best bet. If you just want to see what it does.
Or say you got a buddy that vapes and has nicotine in their vape juice. Do that. In my opinion, certain forms of vaping are really cool. Like if you buy those big box mods that blow a lot of clouds, and you do it just to blow clouds to have fun, do that. I do that. My friend does it. He's big into that. Anyway, we got so off topic. This is a horrible video. We're sorry.
It's still going up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a shit. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be about it. And if anybody tells you that this, that is worse for you than smoking cigarettes, they're full of shit.
It's so much safer. It's not safe, but it's so much safer.
But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be about it. I don't know what our next video will be, but
Leave comments on if maybe you want to see something shop orientated, like that's what this channel was supposed to be for, or if you want to see something dip related, or whatever it is, let us know. If it's not too extreme, we'll probably do it.
yeah, if I'm at risk of getting arrested or dying or any of that shit,
Don't even comment it, just keep your ideas to yourself. But, you know, something like, how do you gap a spark plug, or
yeah, anything that anything like that, where I don't have to run the risk of hurting myself severely. I mean, if I end up cutting myself, you know, go in, clean it out, and put a thing on it.
or anything shop orientated, basically. Like, if you want to know how to, if you want to learn how to solder, we can do that.
Don't ask me to do a full can video, ever. I'm never trying that. Full can, full bag, full log, no.
Because that's harmful. If you do too much at one time, it can mess you up.
Anyway, that's gonna be about it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and rate and do all that shit. Well, if you can even still rate it, you can do any of that shit. Do it.
Share it with your
helps
friends,
out.
too.
Share. That's it, guys. Have a good one.